Hi guys, it's your guy here, the unknown trader. Okay, and as I said, I'm gonna be doing a lot of examples on every concept that I give you, so that everything gets deeper. Okay, so that it drowns or it sinks well, and every time you see this again, then you will be able to execute it. Because one thing I can say for sure is that uh, it's the same thing every day. Okay, it's the same thing every day, just different variations. Okay, just different variations. If you understand that, then everything will be simple. Okay, it's one thing every day. Okay, one thing every day. Okay, so now let's look at other examples of brings trades, as we have already started discussing it. Okay, I'm gonna put this under the brings trade playlist, so that it will be easily accessible, and I'll be giving more and more and more examples as they happen, so that you can understand it better and see it more. Because there will come a time when you will say, oh no man, I've seen this before, it has happened before, and usually when this happens, this follows. Okay, so it's things like that that will actually uh, help understand most of these things better. Okay, we are talking about a brings trade. What is it? Don't forget that it's actually a trade that happens at if you are using United States time, of which I believe it's the general time that everybody understands. It's gonna be at 9:30 US standard time. Okay, but if it's South African time, then it's gonna be at 3:30. Okay, it also can happen during the London session, but not quite frequent. Okay, not quite frequent, but it does happen during the London session, which if you are using US time, it's gonna be 9:30. It's gonna be 3:30. 3:30. That's London session US time, and for South African time, it's gonna be 9:30. Okay, and these are the two times that I usually prefer. Okay, yes, sometimes things can happen on the first hour or during the last hour, but most of the time, this is the best time that big moves are gonna happen. Okay, so if you scan through various currencies or various pairs, then you will find at least one or two every day. Okay, so I prefer these times because they are quite consistent. Okay, so we know that we need three pushes. It must be at the high or at the low of the day. It must change zones. Okay, trap and change zones immediately. Okay, that's the definition. Okay, why does it happen at at New York Open? Because that's the equity time. Okay, all the sessions will play out as they do. They will trap and create a lot of liquidity along the way, and when the New York opens, their only job most of the time is to just hit the stops and go. That's what they will do most of the time. Okay, so let me just jump into my example, because I don't want to make this longer than it is already. Okay, so as you can see, this one is not a brings trade. Okay, but if you understand what happens right here, then you will know that they've closed all the stops from the previous day, and then all of a sudden, what do? They change the zone. Look at this candle. NB, it's all about time. Okay, it's all about time. If you look at this pin, we say that it's gonna be either a railroad track, a pin, or an engulf. These are the most favorable candles. Okay, look at this candle. If you look at the time, it's 13:30, because my broker is 2 hours behind. Okay, that's why it's gonna be 13:30. Okay, so this is the time that mostly they will be shifting the zones. Just look at this pin. It's at the low of the day. Yes, according to the sessions, they are not aligned as we have discussed, but we always say that they use variations. There must be three pushes. Okay, and if we want to look at pushes, they come in different ways. That's the only thing they use against everyone. It's the variations. Okay, Once you start understanding all the variation and start understanding when there has been 3 pushes, everything is gonna be simple. Okay, look at the sessions. They are not aligned as we said previously, but look at this. The move starts on the upper box. Actually, that's where it fails, and that's where the dump starts. Okay, it goes 1 box of 25, that's 1 push. 2 boxes of 25, that's 2 pushes. 3 boxes of 25, that's 3 pushes. Just understand the variation, the variation, the variation, the variation. Okay, because there is gonna be a lot of variations. Okay, that's the tool they use. There's gonna be a lot of variations. Okay, so these are 3 pushes of dumping, and then who are they after? They're going for stops. They hit all the stops. After hitting the stops, they give you this at the right time. It's all about the time. Okay, it's all about the time. Understand this. It's all about the time. What time is it happening? At this moment here, it happens at 3:30. That's 9:30 US time. Okay, my broker is behind in 2 hours. Okay, so this is 3:30 US equity opening time. Okay, this is New York open. They do what? They hit the stops, and if you look carefully, this is the last candle that went down. Yes, these ones followed, hence why most of the time if you are putting your stops, you might just put them below. Why? Because we know that they might just try to scare those who got it right on the first attempt, of which is quite normal. Okay, and then they shift the zone. They shift the zone. Okay, they shift the zone. So this is, yes, it is a brings trade, but not as we explained it, because in this case the pushes are in terms of pips, not in terms of sessions. Okay, they are just different variations. Please, please, please understand that. Okay, and as you can see again, the previous day, variations, variations, variation. Not everything is gonna come as perfect as it should be. Okay, because remember, it's a game of showing, trapping, and reversing. As you can see, we had this session. Okay, this session. Okay, good. And then we had a following session. I'm just gonna try to be quite quick. Okay, this is why I prefer the New York session, and this is why most people prefer the US session, especially the equity opening time. Okay, some chases the move, then when everybody believes that okay, now we are chasing, people are in, some of the people entered around here and they just went out. They have their stops, they have their they actually have their entries, and they have maybe their take profit wherever it is. What I know is that most people are gonna try to get 1,000 pips, which is impossible. So this move goes down, equity time reverses immediately. Okay, because they know that there are people who are chasing the move. They get you to chase the move. Look at this. They get you to chase the move up. Each session went up. Okay, they're pushing people up. It doesn't matter how many. If you got it here, and if you have a tendency of taking and then closing quick, then you are good. But remember, most people don't want to close. They want to get every little bit of pip they can get their hands on. Hence, I always say in, out, quick. Okay, so look here. Let's try to be quite quick. Okay, quite quick. If you look at where's 330, you see 330 came here. Let me just try to blow up this charts a little bit. Look what happens. This is where's 330. This is 330. You see, it gives this it's a doji or whatever you call it. And the most important part, this one, people are still thinking that it's going up, and this is the last level they ever reach. Okay, before pulling down to the opposite direction after an engulf. It is at the high of the day, but it's not as perfect as the previous one. Why? Because there are variations. So this one also qualifies because they get you to chase the move. There are 3 pushes in terms of sessions. Okay, 3 pushes in terms of sessions. Even if we try to calculate in terms of boxes, let's see where the move began. The move began in this box below, so I'd like to take the one that they completed. 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 levels they completed. And then immediately at the opening of the New York session, what do? They dump it, okay? They dump it quite quick. For me, it will be something quick, okay? So let's go back to another day. It's another one. This is AJ. Just look. I think this was when? It was when this happened, I think a couple of days ago, but it was on the 23rd. Okay, I'm just gonna be quick. Okay, I'm gonna be quick on this one. Look at 3:30. Where is 3:30? Here is 3:30. You see, this is 3:30 New York opening time. What do? Immediately they pin and they shift the zone. That's the main objective. Shifting the zone immediately, okay? Shifting the zone immediately after getting people to chase the move, okay? 1, terms of sessions. 2, you're gonna see this every day, okay? 2, in terms of session, what do? They come down, they close everybody else who entered before the US session. What does this mean? This means everybody who entered throughout the day here is locked out, okay? Everybody who took it long is locked out, and then they reverse, okay, quickly at the right time. It's all about times, okay? It's all about times, okay? And then we go to CAD, okay? Let's see, where is 3:30? Where is 3:30? Let's see. It's here. This is 3:30, okay? This is 3:30. When you look at this time, the most fascinating thing is, I'm trying to be a bit quick, okay? I think I'll be done in 2 minutes. Okay, let's see. Quite quick, okay? Look at this candle. They trapped everybody else. It goes up for the last time. Immediately, it's followed by an inside bar, then engulf. It is a pin itself, okay? Understand that not everything is going to be as perfect as it should be, but it will serve the purpose, okay? It will serve the main purpose, okay? It will serve the main purpose. Look at the sessions. They are going up, everybody chases it, and then equity time, they fall. So most people say they can't wait for the equity time. Well, then that's okay, but most of the things are going to happen during the equity time. Okay, look at this candle. It's 3:30, okay? Everybody is up. Look at how the sessions are lined up, okay? Look at how the sessions are lined up. These are pushes in terms of session. When they are at the high of the day, they engulf, they change directions immediately, okay? This is going to happen almost every day, okay? And this, if you look carefully, this makes the biggest move of the day in most cases, okay? Unfortunately here, the sessions are not aligned as we would want them to align, okay? So I'm not going to use this example, but it serves the purpose. They are at the low of the day. People are chasing, then it reverses, but I'm not going to use this one because I don't want to get anyone confused, okay? Look here again, okay? Session, low, session, lower, and then this is the third session, which is low. 3:30, here is 3:30, here is 3:30. They engulf, okay? They engulf, they shift the zone immediately, and they are gone. Okay, here's another example. You see, 3:30. Look at the sessions. How are they aligned? How are they set up? Just look. This one is lower. They are taking people down to chase the move, and then immediately at the equity time, they engulf, and immediately they are gone. Okay. This is 3:30. You see this engulf 3:30 after this doji, holding the level for an additional time, okay, to trap people. So immediately they are gone, okay. Most of the big moves are gonna happen around this time. Yes, sometimes they might be late, but most of the time, you'll actually find this happened this week. Most of them happened this week. I didn't even go to last week, okay, when I was scanning, okay. Most of them happened this week in all the examples I showed you. So just wait for this time. Wait for 3:30. Okay? Wait for 3:30. Yes, sometimes you'll come at 3:30 and realize that, okay, they have gone. But most of the time, if the move has already started, 3:30, they'll just pull back before continuing. Okay? 330 will pull back most of the time. If 330 is already inside, it might pull back and give you an opportunity to enter, but most of the time, guaranteed, they will shift the zone at 330. So that's something that I think is important. Okay, it's just another example. I'm gonna add it there, and I want to keep this one very short, 15 minutes, and that's it. Okay, so we looked at different pairs and we got the same result. So it's one thing every day, just different variations. Take that into consideration. Variations. It's the same thing every day. Okay, so yeah, I think this is it, and I think this is enough. Thanks.